Hello guys, and welcome back to my weekly gymnastics videos that I post every couple of months. In today's video I'm going to share with you one of my favorite ways of teaching the kick up to handstand. This is by no means the best way of learning a kick up to handstand, nor the only one, but this is an option that I have found helpful for myself as well as for my online and private clients. So thank you so much for still sticking on the channel and watching the videos despite of my infrequent uploads. But now let's get into this week's video. The kick up to handstand is one of the most effective ways for a beginner to get into the handstand position. There are other ways and progressions that can be used, but they generally require more strength, technique and control to be done properly. Therefore, I always choose to teach the kick up to handstand as the first progression, and then later use more difficult entries to the handstand. I like to call my variation split kick ups, and that is simply because I like to keep the legs separated far apart like in a split. And the purpose of this is to allow the lower leg to act as a counterbalance. Most people pull their feet together really quickly during the handstand kick up, and without control they fall into the wall or collapse down in their handstand, and that is simply because they have too much weight going against the wall too soon, and they lack the shoulder or core control to fix that balance, and they end up falling down. Keeping one leg down low in this split position allows the weight to be more evenly distributed and allows you to find the balance and control prior to bringing the legs together, which is more difficult. This is going to be weird in the beginning, but you will find it to serve as a valuable tool in your handstand journey, and especially as a beginner where finding the balance is going to be very difficult. You can think of the kick up in two parts. The first part is the kick and push, where we get into the split kick up position, and the second part is lifting the leg from the split position into the full handstand position. You can practice both parts at the same time, but the first part of the kick is obviously going to be the most important to start with. So we are going to get started with the first part of the kick up to handstand. You are going to stand against a wall with the hands quite close. The wall is going to act as your spotter if necessary. You want to place the hands shoulder width apart. You want to grip the ground with your hands and lock your elbows. One leg is going to be bent close to the body, and one leg is going to be straight far away from the body. The bent leg is going to do the pushing. The straight leg is going to drive. The first step is to lean the shoulders over the wrists. Then you push with the bent leg and drive with the straight leg. You want to kick as high as you can, but aim to get the leg stacked over the shoulders. The pushing leg remains straight and as low as possible while you try to find the balance. The most common mistake here is to drive the heels towards the wall and allowing too much weight to go forward, which is going to result in you collapsing into the wall. You need to commit to kicking up without the support of the wall. Only use it if you really need to, and I put a huge emphasis on really needing it. It should not be something you make a habit of. The balance should come from the stacking of the shoulders and hips while using the fingertips for rebalancing. A slight lean forward with the shoulders can help some people feel the weight in their fingertips more and improve their balance. Once you are comfortable with this step and you can quite consistently catch your handstand, you can move on to step number 2. So in the second part we are going to lift our leg from the 90-degree position into the full handstand position. And to do this we are going to elevate the pushing leg up on a box or object that is high enough. The higher the box is, the easier it's going to be. So you want to adjust this accordingly. You want to walk out with the hands until the straight leg is stacked over the shoulders. From here it's simply a process of leaning forward slightly with the shoulders pressing your fingertips into the floor and allowing the foot to levitate off the box. I use the word levitate because that's what it should feel like. There should be no forcing or lifting of the foot. It all comes from the forward lean with the shoulders and using the hands to create the balance. Then you want to gradually decrease the height of the box to improve your control and expand your range of motion. From here we simply put the two pieces together. We perform the kick up into the split position. We find our balance and then slowly lift the leg into the handstand position. That's a short and sweet demonstration and explanation of the kick up to handstand. Make sure to practice both parts evenly, but you can always put a bit more focus and emphasis on the part that you find the most difficult. You also want to make sure that you practice your handstand with intent and with real focus on each attempt. Don't just go through the motions, that is not going to result in a nice and proper handstand. So make sure that you use the right technique and that you stay focused on each attempt, and you are going to nail your kick up to handstand. So do you want to learn more about the handstand? Then check out the first link in the description. I just posted a couple of free downloads to help you get started with your handstand training. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe. And if you already are, then like this video and leave a comment down below if you enjoyed it and if you have any specific suggestions for future videos. And once again, thank you so much for spending your precious time watching my videos, and I will see you next week. So thank you. Thank you for still sticking. Thank you for still watching and sticking around for the videos, even though I Thank you for still sticking around the channel and watching the videos, even though I post very infrequently. Thank you for still checking.